What's up guys, it's day 7 of the Cobra build, and let's see, last time we finished up a lot of these body panels and all these aluminum pieces, and we finished up pretty much the control arms and the brakes on the rear end, but we had the original stock emergency brake on there, but then we decided that we want to do kind of a little trick feature, so we got these electric emergency brakes that we kind of have one mocked up here just to look at for now, and it's kind of cool because these say Willwood on them, and I mean these were just blank, so it kind of adds a little bit more to the look of them, which I think is cool. And then we got the button here that's going to route up to the dash somewhere for the e-brake to go to. And then also we got,
okay, so this kit comes with a computer. It's mainly like the brains of these e-brakes. It's gonna run, there's gonna be like a wiring harness that's gonna run to this, and it's gonna send, like, talk to these e-brakes, so when we turn the little switch, it's gonna compress the cylinder and turns on the e-brake.
Yeah, and it'll kind of delete the need for any of these e-brake cables and whatnot, because it'll just go straight from the button to the computer, right into the emergency brakes, and then clamp them down, so I think that'll be pretty neat. We're gonna get working, and what are we doing today?
Mainly engine stuff.
Engine stuff. We're working on the engine today. Let's see what we do. See what we get done today. So. Alright guys, what's going on? So today we're back. We kind of left off last night. It got kind of late on us and we didn't do too much. But today we actually dropped the motor in to kind of get some measurements and test fit a bunch of things. So right now, let's see, we got the supercharger bolted up, and we got the, let's see, oh yeah, we got the rocker arms installed. Look at those.
Shiny.
Shiny. Very shiny. Okay, so we're getting some measurements down here on the other side of the radiator. If you want to come look at this, we're gonna mount the water pump right up here. We're gonna cut this tab off right like that and weld this rectangular piece right onto the radiator just like that. And we had to make sure it was gonna clear because we weren't sure if it was gonna go too far past the bottom of the frame, but we looked at it and it looks pretty good, so I think we're gonna send it off and have them weld it up for us. And then we also were looking for where we were gonna mount the heat exchanger, and I think that's gonna go right underneath here as well somewhere. We're not exactly sure yet, but we were just making sure we had enough space, and everything looks good, so we're gonna order the heat exchanger and test fit all that. What else we got? Oh yeah, the alternator. So alternator's next, and we were looking where we were going to mount this as well, and I think if you look over here, we're going to mount it right in here so it lines up with the pulleys. So let me see if I can set this down in there. So the alternator is going to mount up somewhat like that. We got to build a bracket though so that we can mount it up. The bracket will probably go somewhere from here to here, but the pulleys should line up like that. And then, yeah, then we're going to move on to the back. What do we have in the back, Jordan?
Okay, so if we move on to the back, we're still waiting on our sump tank to be delivered. This will be the fuel pump for the sump tank. It'll be mounted on the bottom. And as you can tell, this will be the 2 filters. Fuel going through the before end, through the filter and the after. And then we're waiting on our water tank for the heat exchanger and the inner core. It'll be about the size of this wooden plywood, and this will be the water pump. It'll mount beside onto the tank and pump cold water or coolant to the inner core and the heat exchanger. And then this is our little opener.
Kind of like a cap
for the... You just unscrew it and it'll let you put coolant or ice water into the heat exchanger. Water tank.
Cool. So, oh yeah, and I know we already talked about this a little bit, but we got our electric emergency brakes, which I think are pretty cool. they're gonna be neat once we get them all finished. We went ahead and mounted them up on there, and yeah, so we're just gonna keep kind of mocking things up and getting measurements for certain things and what size, whatever we need to buy and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned.
Okay guys, so we're back and been working a little while. Got the fuel tank mounted up, kind of mocked up, just to see what it looked like. And I had to cut out this giant square box for the sump tank right here. This part will go lay right in here, just so it'll fit nice and smooth. So yeah, I had to drill 4 holes to mount this fuel pump on, just to mock it up, see how it's gonna look. And yep, gonna keep working.
Okay guys, so we are back and we got the sway bar mounted up right here. We're test fitting everything because we just want to make sure clearance and stuff is going to be good. So as you can see, there were 2 holes right here that this bracket mounted onto, and then you have these little adapters that go from the bottom of the shock mount bolt, and then they go into, we didn't tighten it down, but just finger tight for mock-up purposes, but it goes into the sway bar right here, and we went ahead and put the rim on just to see if it would clear right there, and we're all good. So we're gonna keep moving on. Might have to take it back off just because we were seeing how clearance was gonna be, but we're all good, so we're gonna keep moving. All right, so we just made our midnight Taco Bell run. Jason's over here getting some work done while we went and got ourselves some tacos. But right now he's modifying the motor mounts to make them fit better than they did before. And we got the sway bar on. We got the hood hinges mounted up. And Jordan cut out a square out of the gas tank cover. Or the sump tank, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so we...
Sorry guys!
So we got all that on, we decided to take a taco break. Cheers.